My name is Marvin XFiles, aka Mitch, sexy dad hat on as if I coach Little League, and today, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has just came out. It just came out, man, and my God, this movie. All right, let's get to it. So, Gwen Stacy is reunited with Brooklyn friendly Spider-Man known as Miles Morales, and he is catapulted within the multiverse, and also he discovers that there are other Spider-Mans. So they must form a type of bond and try to protect their very existence. But Miles Morales is redefining the word hero up in this movie. So I can get you. But my God, this movie, first things first. I love the colors up in this movie, of the background, the scenery, of the choices of the colors they decided to use up in this animated Sony movie is just gorgeous, flat out, just beautiful, beautiful color tones, blends. It does it for me. I really love it. I love it, and it felt as if I was playing a Telltale game, a freaking Walking Dead. What was that other one? Wolf Among Us. I forgot the name of that game, but it was called Wolf. I know, and they did Guardians of the Galaxy, and they also did what was the other one? Okay, hey, but never mind. But this movie, it was everything. It had intense moments, dialogue heavy, in the subject matter of the topics that were talked about up in this movie. The dialogue, exchange of words, the emotion, the facial expression was just on point. Everything they talked about, I felt it. I felt it. I was consuming all of this as the viewer. I was like, what? You don't just get the hero up in this movie. You also get the human being. There's two sides of a coin, heads and tails, and you get the hero and you get the human. And I sympathize with a lot of these characters. I have empathy. So me just hearing these things and seeing them on screen, it was just beautiful, magnificent. The freaking colors, the dark tones, light tones, those things really stand out for me, in the shading of like how they did the things of the color. But anyway, it was a scene up in this movie. It reminded me of the Miles Morales Spider-Man game. When Miles' mother was doing her campaign speech up in the PlayStation 5 game. And that scene was so epic, and it was recreated up in this movie in such a beautiful way, man. Such a beautiful way. There's a lot of like stress and pressure being put on Spider-Man. It's a lot. And it gives us that up in this movie. It gives us that. Me being a Spider-Man fan and me understanding and how the film was just able to capture that up in the scenes up in this movie. It was beautiful. It was funny. I liked the tones. It felt as if that these characters felt very organic, and I could connect with these characters. Spider-Gwen, Spider-Punk, just it's this movie is a lot. It's a lot to take in, and it's a bunch of plot twists up in this movie. Oh my God, this movie right here, this movie is amazing. It's just pure amazing, and to me, it is better than the first Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse. and it all connects. It's a smooth transition. It all intertwined with each other. I love that. And it tells us and explains itself well, and you can easily understand it. It's no confusion. It's no confusion. It's easy to explain how they did it. It was just perfect. Everything about this movie is this movie. This movie. Hold on. I'm gonna get to my favorite characters. Hold on. First thing first. Spider-Punk. Spider-Punk. He came out the gate a rebellious person. He had a lot of swagger to him. He always kept calm. He knew what to do. That character stood out to me. Him and Spider-Gwen. And oh man, Spider-Gwen had got love up in this movie right here. She got so much love. And Spider-Punk was just perfect. He was perfect. I loved him. I love everything about him. I said, okay, he's cool. He's tight. I like Spider-Punk. He got on his Doc Martens. He got on this vest. He was just an amazing character. Him on screen, it was just great. It was just perfect. And the new characters they introduced were just fire up in this movie. But there's only one character I did not like, and that was Spider-Woman. I wasn't too fond of her, but everybody else who they introduced up in this movie as a new character, except for Spider-Woman, was tight. I liked them. I liked them. And you being a Spider-Man fan, you can connect with these new characters. And they made it so easy. How they do it? It's easy as like counting numbers, ABCs. 2 plus 2. It's that easy how they did it. It was just magnificent. Just magnificent, I tell you. And also man, there's a lot of pressure in being Spider-Man. It's a lot. Your normal life is just completely wrecked. It's in ruins, and that has been told to us up in cartoons, reading the comics, and it's also told to us up in this animated Sony movie. Now, Sony has been doing a great job. In 2018, they had won an Oscar for Best Animation, and it will get it again. I don't see any movie beating Spider-Man across the Spider-Verse. What? Elements? Freaking Wish? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mayhem? Ain't nothing touching this or coming close to it. Across the Spider-Verse, it had mature. It was a mature animated Sony movie in my eyes. It felt mature. It was for kids, teenagers, and adults. We all could watch this animated Sony movie. It was just perfect. I was like, oh, ain't no way. Sony is taking charge and lead of freaking animation right now. Disney Pixar is up in trouble. Element, it doesn't look good at all. Freaking Wish doesn't look good at all. Man, people are riding that Sony wave right now. Look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And the animation is very similar to Across the Spider-Verse. It's very similar. And like also Wish and Element. It's some similarities. Who would have ever thought that Sony would trump Disney Pixar? This is way better than The Incredibles. This Across the Spider-Verse is better than the first one. This is better. It's better, and we get a seasoned Miles Morales who has been Spider-Man for a year and 4 months. Like, this is just amazing, just incredible. This movie, it was just that great. It was that perfect. Shout out to Sony. This is a big W. You will win Best Animation without a doubt. I don't see nothing coming close or can sit beside Across the Spider-Verse. I mean, I like Miles, but I also like other characters up in this. It's crazy. I like other characters up in this movie, and they all had different characteristics, personality. It was just good. This movie, it defines Spider-Man. It know who Spider-Man is. It does. It does. And this movie for me, it gets a A. It gets an A plus. A plus, not an A. A plus. This is the best Spider-Man content we gotten for a long time. This right here beats No Way Home. It beats all of those Tom Holland freaking Spider-Man movies. It beats them all. This movie is oh my god, it's great. It's fantastic. I ain't even hyping it up. Man, I came up in the theater having high expectations, and it met all of them. It met all my expectations of excellent greatness, pure and just oh my god, this movie is great. A plus. This will be the best movie of June, of the month of June, and it will be the best animated movie of the year. And we're up in June. This movie, Disney is copying from Sony Animation. I see that up in Wish and some other anime, but yeah, Sony is doing a great job with Spider-Man. Probably not his villains, but Spider-Man, Sony is doing a great job with up in the video games and also up in the animated movie. Sony right now is 2 for 2. 2 for 2. Animation, doing animation. Sony, now Sony needs to keep Spider-Man. Sony needs to keep Spider-Man. It's a fact. This movie a A plus. I want to know you guys' opinion in the comment section. My name is Marvin XFiles, and if it doesn't got that X, that stamp isn't real, isn't authentic. My name is Marvin XFiles. 2 fingers.